Injection molds are expensive, so it's natural to focus on the mold cost first, since that's the biggest line item up front. But the actual goal of an injection mold is to make low-cost parts efficiently. A cheap mold that fails to do that is a bad business model. It's usually a sign you're being sold a pocket mold. Here's a simple math test that reveals whether you're looking at real production tooling or a pocket mold in disguise. This test works best on small parts. It all starts with the biggest driver of cost: machine time. Material is actually the cheap part. The biggest cost driver in making a plastic part is machine time. Materials are usually cheap. Thin parts, under about 4 millimeters thick, process quickly, and that efficiency is what really drives down per part cost. Here's the test. Lay your parts out on a sheet of paper with reasonable spacing. That's roughly what a real production mold cavity layout looks like. Those parts should cycle every 30 seconds, twice per minute. Now, let's look at the regional rates. Machine rate runs about $120 per hour in China, or $240 per hour in the US. That works out to roughly $1 per cycle in China, or $2 per cycle in the US. Now divide that by your parts. With 8 small parts per cycle, you should be paying around $0.125 per part for machine time in China. Add a few cents for material, and your reasonable cost lands near 15 cents per part in China, or 28 cents in the US. Even if you're producing in the US, you should expect China rate part pricing if your mold is being built and run overseas. Pocket molds run differently. They have less structure and less cavity space. Your 2 cycles per minute drops to 1. Your 8 parts per cycle drops to 4. So you're now making 4 parts every 60 seconds, instead of 8 every 30. That's why a pocket mold quote often shows part costs around 60 cents when the math says it should be closer to 15 cents. About 4 times higher than it should be, and the price never drops, because the mold itself can't be more efficient than it already is. Try the part cost test on any quote you have, or send it to us and we'll run it for you in a final check. Safe, easy injection molding. Book your final check today at info@zenmolds.com.